we've got Game 3 coming up here. We've got Team eHug versus CNB for our next matchup in the Summit America group stage. Merlini, what's the good word, man?
I don't know if either of these two teams are going to make it to the playoffs, but if they start their winning streak now, then possibly.
A little bit of faith, man. It's not too late.
They need to get their game on.
Don't hate, appreciate. All right, well, let's hop into the draft here. That's irrelevant. All right, fine. I'm
not hating on them. I'm just saying they can't make it to the playoffs.
I'm just preemptively assuming that there will be hate coming, so I'm just going to try and hedge my bets a little bit.
There's always hate coming.
Get some appreciation.
CNB's been looking a little bit better than eHug. eHug is just... Yes. We've only seen eHug in like 2 games, though, right?
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of eHug recently, but CNB, they're almost like a different team from what we saw before. We saw King RD the other day. He couldn't catch a break. He had a couple of games where he was just constantly in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Slark.
Yeah, the Slark. Oh, God,
you're the one who's flaming.
That was a disaster. Hey, come on, man. That was rough. You watched that game. We casted that game. It was...
Dota2 Lounge says CNB should be like 65-35 favorites. I'd probably say.
I think it'll be closer because eHug is a. I'm gonna go with the.
Oh, it's not on here.
No bets. Darn.
I would say. I don't know. CNB's just been more consistent. eHug hasn't had any good results lately.
Yeah.
CNB, they beat a decent team in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
CNB, they lost to Revenge. CNB beat No Earth Spirit, who, as we saw, are not actually that bad. They were fairly close to beating Liquid.
They beat Sna. That was the big one.
They beat Sna, and they're just overall not that bad. And eHug, we've only seen them in, I believe, 1 game in these qualifiers, and it was versus EG. They're expected to lose. So whatevs.
Yeah.
They got rolled, though.
They got rolled.
That was the Beastmaster game where he got Scepter and didn't roar any bitches.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's a good rendition.
That's about what happened.
The game. Yeah, no bitches were roared. That definitely did not happen. But
dude, if you don't roar any bitches, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, it wasn't just that EG were the favorites and kind of smashed them. It was also just that eHug, their game plan just didn't. They didn't have their eggs in a basket.
They weren't playing as a team.
Yeah, they had a little bit of everything, and even if it wasn't EG, I did not like their chances after looking at that draft, but. They've got a Darkseer now to go with their Shadow Demon Mirana opener. Not a bad way to get things going out of the gate. And Batrider Sand King by CNB. So the Centaur will get banned out in the second grouping of bans. And Disruptor will be the 3rd choice for CNB.
Disruptor very good versus Mirana, very good versus Darkseer. And I think it's actually pretty good versus Shadow Demon too, because Silence just pwns Shadow Demon. But no one really drafts Silence anymore because Silence is... Some people view it as underpowered because it doesn't do jack versus BKB.
I wouldn't say it's underpowered as much as the heroes that have silences are not that. Like Death Prophet, for example, right now. She only fits into certain drafts.
She's
and she has a...
Skywrath is Zonage, too.
Or she gets...
Dude, I like the Silencer.
Or he gets
the people who have Silence a lot. I like Puck a lot. I like Disruptor a lot. I like Silencer a lot. I don't like Drow.
Yeah. Well, you're biased towards those heroes because you like to play ranged in heroes. That's your thing, man.
Because they're awesome.
That's what you think about before bed.
These players play it like poo-poo. And they make them look bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, I'm waiting for the day we see some Skywrath mid because I think he is totally viable now.
Or that Death Prophet safe lane that we saw, that was like
that
ugly.
Could be okay. Death Prophet safe lane.
He was versus a tri-lane with the Dazzle support who didn't get Grave at level 1.
Well, that was not the Death Prophet's fault. That was a 2v3 with a useless Dazzle.
Well, they didn't lane him right either.
They didn't lane him right.
Anyways,
but safe lane Death Prophet can be okay though. I've seen Loda do it. It works.
Not for 3 people with only 1 support.
That's true. Not against 3 people. But
he was like level 1 like 3 minutes in. Anyways, going to this draft.
Yeah, I remember that.
They got a lot of stuns. CNB has a lot of disables. Team eHug has a lot of team fight, a decent amount of push. And both of these teams have a fairly strong mix of things. Very good gank coming out from eHug with the Mirana and the Shadow Demon. Very good gank from CNB from the Batrider Sand King. And the Night Stalker. This is cool. But last time we saw them...
Oh my god.
I'm about to...
Who is spamming pings? Whoever it is about to get... their bonus time revoked because that's all that I can do as an admin, but you are about to lose your bonus time, pinger. Okay, there we go. They gave up. Looks like they heard me. But Night Stalker, the final choice for eHug. Interesting.
So Night Stalker's cool.
Support Mirana.
The problem is last time they ran an aggressive mid, which is Beastmaster, they didn't actually get very many kills with it.
Yeah, so I think Night Stalker's a little bit easier to be aggressive, though, than Beastmaster. He has a silence. He moves fast during night. Like he's a little easier to gank with when it's nighttime. Beastmaster, it needs a little more finesse.
Reserve time.
You don't agree? You don't second the notion?
Night Stalker has less uptime.
He has less uptime, but when he does have uptime,
Beastmaster has a lot better lane control. and he can scout out better positions of the map with he provides a lot more information with his hawks and his boars. So he's just more utility. Night Stalker's just like all up in your face, like I want to kill people.
Yeah.
Like, Beastmaster's like the smart gang. It's easier to execute, but at the same time, I think that Beastmaster's more useful.
Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair.
But they have the Night Stalker Luna duo. This duo is actually like a little ridiculous. You get so much vision during nighttime. It actually kind of crushes Bat Rider because he already has limited vision to begin with because people deemed him OP, which he certainly was. So he actually has less vision than most heroes. And combine that with Luna's aura, combine that with Night Stalker's nighttime vision, and then on top of that, the 25% vision reduction from Bat Rider. Bat Rider might not be able to get the initiate that he needs every single time because he just can't see anything. It's a tough life for Bat Rider. And Ned Bum, last time we saw him play Bat Rider, it was very unimpressive.
It certainly
But
was.
he's hit or miss.
He is hit or miss. I think Darkseer there was one game where he was really impressive, and I want to say that he was on a Darkseer.
It was Darkseer. It was the Tavo Lifestealer.
Yes, the Tavo Lifestealer game. He played me in Darkseer that game, but his bat has been just.
Is there going to be a
just hit
Tavo
or miss.
Lifestealer this game? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like Darkseer kites him pretty well.
His bat is one of those where he doesn't feed, but he just doesn't make big plays. He kind of just flies around and farms, and
That's
it's
not
a
what
little
Bat
bit-
Rider.
a
That's
little
what,
bit
like what
neutral.
Elder Titan
It's
does.
better than feeding though. It's middle of the road. Some bat riders are just a feed fest. So
At least they're
he's-
trying.
At least
to
yeah,
do
at
to make
least-
stuff happen.
That's sometimes.
If you never try, you're never going to make plays, dude.
That's all right, Wayne Gretzky. Calm down. So we've got Doom as the final pick for CNB. A little bit of lockdown coming out to deal with that Night Stalker.
It's a nice tanky hero and
Certainly
someone that
is.
can be in the front line along with Dragon Knight. And these two heroes combined are just going to be immensely difficult for eHug to deal with. They have a fair amount of damage, but at the same time, you don't want to get DK stunned on, so you don't want to get doomed up in the face, especially against a Darkseer. So Darkseer is going to have the roughest time because, first off, it's difficult for him to lane against Doom because he just eats the Ion Shell creeps, and secondly, his Doom just takes off Surge in case he does hit level 6 pretty fast, which he usually does.
And then plus Disruptor is here, and that we saw the other day how good Disruptor is against Darkseer. Tries to surge away, glimpses him back, and yeah, he's done. So have we actually seen Cakes play a Darkseer? I've seen his
I think
Clockwork,
so.
I've seen his Bat
Dude,
Rider,
this
but
Marana is pimped the F out.
let's see here.
Holy.
Oh, she's got that funny looking mount. I don't know, what the hell is this thing?
I have no idea.
Noctis, the Heavenly Killin Guardian. What the hell is a Killin? I don't even know how to pronounce words with Q that don't have a U after it. That thing looks badass, though. Look at her hairdo. Oh, the hairdo's the least exciting part. Common Heavenly Guardian locks. The Heavenly Guardian set. Damn, this guy is badass. I'm a sheep. Well, let's introduce some rosters here. Cakes, though, he's lacking on the Darkseer cosmetics. The Aquanderer neck brace.
This Doom also looks like a noob.
It's pretty standard looking Doom.
Dude, it's standard as in bad.
Yeah, there are some really cool Doom swords. Oh my gosh, look at his transgressions. Heroic bracers of impending transgressions.
Whatever. They're bracers.
Scored a double kill against Sigma Int.
They don't even have a logo.
Not even a team anymore. Yeah, that's that's a little bit. Yeah, not so proud to show off that one. Well, on the dire side, we've got Team eHug. It will be Cakes in the off lane here, playing on the Ishkafel Darkseer. I'm a Sheep Sucks on the support Marana this game. Jiggle Billy will be headed solo mid on that Night Stalker there. Justin on the position 1. Luna headed to the top lane. Does have that awesome looking set. Oh, man, she's cool looking. And who do they have last but not least? We already talked about the Marana. It is the Shadow Demon, played by Pandago.
So Justin on the safe lane carry instead of Jiggle Billy. So this is switching things up. I think I like Jiggle Billy a little bit more in the mid role. I think he's a slightly better tempo controller. But we will see how this works out for them.
If Luna has a different mount, does she still call him Nova?
Nova? Probably.
Nova. Oh. All right. Let's introduce this Radiant side. Do you want the honors?
Sure. Nedbone, Bat Rider, off lane, blue, King RD in the mid. Hopefully you'll be better than his feeding Slark. 4 DR on the Sand King, already stacking up in Creeper Leaps. Good job. Disruptor, level 1, no experience on him. Played by Sir Baga. Oh, nice D ward there. And Tavo, last but not least, on the Doombringer. I would say that Tavo has been the standout player for CNB in the past games that we've seen coming out from the qualifiers.
He's been the most consistent, too. Like,
Yes.
he's been consistently, even the games they lose, he puts up a good fight, whereas some of his teammates, they are pretty hit or miss.
His Tiny was pretty good. His Lifestealer straight up carried them. And he just seems to be the most
yet.
Oh,
Only
okay,
1
never
point
mind.
Thunder Strike, so yeah, this will be easy for Dark
Get some
Seer.
level 2s, bros.
You got way too excited about that incoming gank there, pal. I thought I was
did.
missing something.
Dude, you gotta get excited about something.
Gotta get excited about Darkseer almost getting ganked, but now Cake's getting a little aggressive here, putting out the deeps onto Baga,
You're a Cakes hater.
but he'll be repelled. I'm trying not to be a Cakes
You're a
hater.
notorious Cakes hater.
I am. I mean,
sometimes you deserve to hate.
he's the games that I've flamed. I think have been well warranted. I haven't seen him play Clockwork for a while, so I think they gave up picking on that hero.
Cakes. Oh, dang, they blocked the spawn too, so they've been all about blocking 4DR's stacks.
Yeah, they're trying to slow down the Sand King a little bit. I think Cakes will be just fine here. He'll just be able to surge back, or will he? Burrow Strike
You can
coming
get sick
in.
blocks.
And yeah, the sick blocks just aren't going to be sick enough. Tavo not in position to do any extra damage. How unfortunate. How's this mid lane going? Jigglebilly, he's jiggling around. 14-6 versus the 10-2 King RD. So a pretty even exchange in the mid, but old Billy there, he's doing pretty well.
That no silence build coming out from him. You'll see Night Stalkers vary in 3-1-1 or 3-0-2. I'd say the far more common build is the 3-0-2 build. People just don't really like the level 1 silencer because you need the deeps early. You don't need the silence.
Yeah, the mischance on it is nice, but it doesn't help you.
No
kill people.
one's gonna be attacking a Night Stalker at nighttime. Everyone's just
That's a
scared
good
for their
point,
lives.
actually. Yeah. Night Stalker is one of the worst heroes to try and go blow for blow with because his starting armor is so ridiculously high. He's got 6 armor. Dude, he can dive towers early so easily. It's ridiculous.
well, and he also has 55% attack speed and 25% move speed during nighttime. Like he'll just kite you all day with Void.
Yep. Another life in the day of the Night Stalker. So Nedbone, he's going to move into the jungle, and it looks like this double stack here, the Centaur and Wild Wings, will just go the way of the Bat Rider. And he is more than struggling in the offlane. 0-0, only halfway through level 1, getting completely zoned out. Darkseer, on the other hand, he's halfway through level 4, and he's got 16 CS under his belt, continuing to harass these supports. So that is one thing going much in the favor of eHug. Mid is kind of a wash, and the position 1s are actually not farming evenly. Luna is number 1 by a long shot, 25-4, and her counterpart, the hard farming Doom, he's struggling a little bit here.
He doesn't have a
is only
Quelling
17
Blade.
CS.
It makes his life a little bit more difficult. I think like EE and a lot of other Doom players will get a Quelling Blade in this matchup, so it makes it a lot easier to last sit firstly, obviously. But secondly, you have to tank creeps under a tower a lot, so especially when Baga and Sand King have to pull instead of stack because their camps were blocked, it makes your life a lot difficult. And he's going for the early Midas, but I think if he gets a Quelling Blade, he'll get his Midas out at the same time and have a Quelling Blade to boot.
A Quelling Blade to boot. Yeah, it's not only that he has to tank creeps, but also if he wants to last hit, he will have to take Ion Shell, as we see right here. But Cakes, he's in some trouble. Hastrun on the Sand King. They're trying to do as much damage as they can before they drop the hammer. Arrow coming in, and they will secure this kill on to Cakes. There's your first blood. Now I'm a Sheep looking for a return kill. They'll find it onto the Doom. Jigglebilly, he's joined the party, throws out that Electron Urn charge, and he will get glimpsed back.
Not enough. But Jigglebilly, he's not done yet. There is no TP on Baga. He is going to die too. Ruh-roh.
Oh,
There's no saving him.
Billy, does he guess right? Yeah, he sure does. He comes down, and no way Disruptor will survive this one.
Easy
Will
urn
he
charge.
go for 4DR? No. But still, good exchange for eHug. They give up the first blood, but they get 2 kills out of it.
Yeah, Cakes just kind of stood there in man pot, which isn't the worst idea in the world.
No, I think it was okay.
King RD
Not
in
much he
mid
could have
though.
done.
Pandago.
There's your disruption around the backside. Jigglebilly coming in. And oh, the Elder Dragon form. Plenty of time left, but it
Where's
just
your
won't be
stun,
enough to
bro?
save him.
He doesn't have enough mana for stun.
Ooh, that hurts.
You can't pressure nighttime. You can't pressure that tower on nighttime when you don't have vision on this area. They have vision on this area, but not on the right side. So, yeah, about that.
Yeah, good cleanup from eHug. The DK did do about half damage to the tier 1 tower, so not a bad bit of pressure, but certainly not worth an early death. And good news for eHug, and also more space being created for Justin up in the top lane. He's been completely uncontested, and look at the last hits. The top 3 are the primary farmers in each lane. Cakes, 34 CS under his belt. He is really starting to pull ahead. He's got his Soul Ring now, has himself some Tranquils, and he is in good shape. That's one happy little Darkseer.
Yeah, he's doing very well in this off lane. Super good. Turbo good. Jigglebilly will pick up the Invis rune. We'll be scouted out by this Observer ward, but now they finally have a ward up over here to protect good ol' for King RD in the mid lane. And it looks like, are they going to smoke? Is he going to use the Invis? No.
Nope, just heading back to lane. Power Treads, Urn, and Bottle now up on the Night Stalker. So he is looking darn good. And number 1 on net worth, but not by much. Just a hop and a skip ahead of that Luna. Meanwhile, down bottom, Cakes. He'll be in some trouble. He gets stunned up. Doom hits level 6, throws out the ulti, and I don't think Darkseer will survive this one. He even gets glimpsed back for good measure. And yep, Disruptor gets that one.
Easy death.
Yep.
Well, Sand King still needs to pick up some desperately needed levels and some farm. They have stacked up camps. Nedbone has gone back to the off lane, but as you said, he doesn't die, but he doesn't really do anything. He's only level 3. It's going to be a super late blink. He only has 100 gold right now, so
wow.
Even if he power farms,
is there
like
something on the courier? Like, how
No.
does he have so little?
Dude,
he did get a bottle.
He doesn't
but
do anything, man. You gotta do something.
you got to do more than that.
I told you, man. He doesn't die, but that's not what Dota's about. It's not about not dying.
That's not what Bat Rider's about. Some heroes are about not dying, but Bat Rider is not one of them. He's about making plays happen. He's like Nyx Assassin. You gotta kill stuff.
4DR. Woo! Nice hiding spot.
Yeah. Just tucked away in that little cranny there.
King RD farming out mid by his lonesome. If there's a TP in, he is going to take a spillage. Nedbone, he's just spending so much time like walking back and forth and back and forth.
Jigglebilly's got 10 seconds of nighttime left.
Oh, he's going to see Nedbone. Nedbone is scouted.
No. Jigglebilly, he'll see the courier. He has to make a choice. Nothing on the courier. Does he have the deeps to bring it down? He sure does. The Night Stalker can do it. And even though it was an empty courier, still
He
a
needs a GTFO.
nice little pick-me-up there. He'll tank the tower for good measure and just head back to safety. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Marana and Luna, the two Mount sisters, they're rocking this tower. And there you go. It'll fall. eHug are looking good today, Merlini. They've got a 5,000 gold, 4,000 experience lead at only the 8-minute mark.
I think a decent amount has to do with just the switching of the roles, Justin to safe lane and Jigglebilly in the mid. Jigglebilly, he's been everywhere. He TV bottom, snagged a couple of kills. He went by mid, got a kill. He went into the jungle, scouted Bat Rider. Maybe he'd be low. Like if you caught him right now with the Invis rune, he'd be dead. And he got the chicken. So he's been making a lot more plays and rotating.
Oh, cakes. Oh, no. They're going to turn him into a cupcake here. He gets doomed.
You're a cakes hater. Maybe for good reason. There is 2,100 gold out on the Doom.
Arrow hits Baga. I'm a sheep. He's getting brave. He comes in and just hops right out. Probably the right choice. Doom didn't have an ultimate there, nor any mana for that matter. And ooh, Doom, he just...
Oh, misses the ancient stack. What a player.
Yeah, what a player indeed. Early Helm of the Dominator on Luna. Still good though.
You gotta stack those ancients, buddy.
Yep. He'll get on it. Don't you worry.
He needs it now.
Do not fret, my fair friend.
He needs it now to compete with his Doom's farm. Doom, what is he going for?
Oof. He got a hand of Midas.
He got a Quelling Blade at 9 minutes in. Why won't he just get it at...
Yeah, he ended up grabbing Bracer Boots and Quelling Blade and then went into the Midas, but unfortunately he has no way to get it because the courier's dead. Actually, where is the Midas? Where did he put it?
It's probably on chicken.
No, it died.
Oh, it died?
Remember, the chicken's dead right now.
I know, it could be on the chicken.
No, we saw the chicken die, and there was nothing on it.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. He just picked it. Oh, his buddy 40R brought it to him. Okay,
I
that's
see.
where it was. So Sand King playing the role of courier. That's good.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yep. Now, I'm a sheep. He did deny that tier 1 tower mid, so all Dragon Knight's work has gone down the dumper. And now he'll just finish up his power treads. So Jigglebilly doing okay. Middle of daytime. It hurts those Night Stalker's eyes and those Night Stalker, those heavy eyes that he's got there.
BKB rush, it looks like. That's not bad. Not
pretty
versus.
solid.
He can just gun for the Disruptor or the Sand King every time he fights.
Yeah. What are the other like keen options for first big item on Night Stalker? Like Armlet or something?
You'll see Armlet. Armlet's pretty good. I think Phase Armlet is generally the build. Treads Armlet, it gives you like super tank ability though.
Yeah, I like Phase on Night Stalker as well. He has a lot of
Top
movement
lane.
speed, but chasing people down is nice. Justin gets initiated upon. Do they have the detection, though? Yeah, they sure do. Sentry Ward comes down. Pandago throws out the defensive disruption, stacking up that Shadow Poison. Justin trying to live long enough maybe to get off the Eclipse, but too many heroes and creeps around. He will fall as Nedbone uses that lasso. He gets his first kill on the board. And there you go. But eHug, they're coming in. They're hungry for vengeance. No tier 1 tower available here. Arrow just barely off the mark, but Jigglebilly, he gets surged. He gets Ion Shelled. They get the slow out onto Baga. Starstorm enough to finish him off. Now they'll continue to pursue King RD. No Elder Dragon form. Short vacuum back, but they won't be able to finish him. It ends as a 1-for-1. They get the Disruptor. It's a little bit something, but still not great considering they lost their position 1 Luna. Jigglebilly, he goes down bottom. He's going on to Tavo. But it's daytime, and Tavo can just walk away with those with those phase boots.
No one's scared of a Day Stalker.
The Day Stalker. Unless you're Blade.
I like
Was that too
I like
pop
Blade.
reference for you?
No, I know Blade.
You've
I
seen
told
Blade?
you,
Okay,
if it's
good.
in the 90s past, then probably not.
If it's in the 90s, okay, that's it. There's like this small window of time when you were receptive to the mainstream.
90s, 2000, and 2010. This decade.
Okay. Good to know. I'm glad you've seen the highlight of Wesley Snipes' career. That's good. Then he decided to stop paying taxes, and it all went downhill from there. Uh-oh. Purge onto the DK. But no, there's no follow-up. That was that was weird. You don't usually just see random demonic purges like that, but
Dude, 50-second cooldown. What else?
it's just more the mana. Now he's totally dry. It's a big chunk of his mana pool, even though he has arcane boots. Shadow Demon's abilities do cost a fair bit of mana.
Yeah.
I mean, Shadow Poison's not a lot, but you spam it, so.
I don't like the 1-2-2 build. I think the 1-1-3 is better. Like, if you're gonna commit to something. Commit to something, buddy.
Commit to something.
I like the 4-1-4 build the best. In some situations, you do want to get Soul Catcher max, but Soul Catcher's just not as flexible as some of the other skills. Like, you can farm News very, very fast. With the Shadow Poison, you can defend towers very easily with it, too.
Well, we saw how much damage Shadow Poison can do earlier when Jimmy just tanked up 6 stacks of it straight up.
It killed him.
It just straight
Up
killed
one
him.
shot.
Oh, that was pretty exciting. In the mid lane, we'll see a lasso used onto Justin, and there will be plenty of support inbound.
What is he doing?
I don't know what he was thinking.
Where does
there.
Justin fit in this lineup? He can't tempo
Whoa.
control mid. He can't farm safely as a Luna. I don't know, buddy. He was doing very well in terms of last hits and denies. He is #1, but in terms of net worth, he's been eclipsed by 2 people.
Yep, he's falling behind, but they will get this tower in the bottom. That will help things out. CNB getting a little more aggressive as well, pressuring this tier 2 in the mid lane. But where are they going to go from here? They're just camping on the high ground.
They need more blinks.
Hoping someone from eHug will walk by. Are there any blinks out besides
There's one
the
on
Bat Rider?
There's one on Bat.
No,
There's
that's
almost
it.
one on Sand King. I think they need one on Darks here to counter initiate.
Yep. I think so.
And they haven't actually been using Moonlight Shadow too effectively either. I think they can be a lot more aggressive. It's nighttime. They have Moonlight Shadow. They have Night Stalker. They have the tools to crush CNB, especially before they get BKBs. I think it's really important that they need a fight before Doom potentially gets a BKB and Dragon Knight especially. And looks like he's going for a Shadow Blade build. He will have it in 200 gold, and that will make things a lot more difficult for eHug because they're supposed to be the aggressors. It's their time to shine.
Yeah, especially during the nighttime. They have to make things happen right here. They can't let Jiggle Billy just sit back and farm too much. Yeah, the trap has been set, but it gets scattered out by Pandago again. Demonic Purge used. He'll throw out the disruption, and not enough follow-up damage to finish off Baga. Will the rest of this fight start to transpire? Counter warding coming down, and the Radiant will come out ahead on that little exchange. Bat Rider just scoots back after getting a small ward bounty. All these poor Hill Trolls. The Hill Trolls do look cool now after they got those graphics buffs.
But now it's nighttime. They're still not getting any kills. They have to be aggressive. They're not really doing anything.
Yeah, and even though they have the Luna and the Mirana with a carry advantage, Doom has a Midas, and he is starting to farm very quickly. He's taken over that #1 slot on net worth, has his drums and phase boots up, and there is no sign of his farm slowing down anytime soon. Night Stalker pops the ultimate here, but why?
Extend the nighttime a little bit.
Yep. But don't you want to? Yeah, I guess so.
Start the cooldown running a little bit earlier.
Just started a little earlier.
It's not the
pretty
greatest
standard,
use. Yeah. So they will Moonlight Shadow and Smoke. I don't know if this Reservoir caught it. It very well could have, and looks like CNB they have all bounced.
They've backed up for now. We'll see if Nedbone pokes forward. No, it looks like that ward did see it. They'll smoke on their own. Maybe they'll set the trap.
They're like, oh, Night Stalker's farming. He can't actually. Oh, King RD. He has Shadow Blade. Do they have any detection? I don't know.
I don't know. I'll look, and they've got Dust and Sentry, so yes, they do.
King RD is feeling. Uh-oh. Tavo, he's smoked up. He gets his revealed, and he knows that they're right there.
Yeah, he turns around right away. He knows exactly what's going on here.
So now Justin will take a big old Ancient stack, a big fatty.
Cakes has a mech, by the way, as well. This is 4 stack here? 5 stack? 2 dragons.
Stack.
Yeah, wow. 2 dragons, 2 golems, 1 lizard.
Triceratops, man.
Yeah. They're Thunder Hides, thanks.
Triceratops.
The Drakes have really funny looking faces. They need their models
So do
updated
golems.
too.
Look at the golems.
Oh my god, I never looked at their faces before. Look at his Dude, it's the frown that kills it. It's it's so sad to be a golem. That's a terrible
Dude,
life.
magic immune. Why are they sad?
Yeah, I don't know what he's so sad about, but that's the saddest golem I've ever seen. At least Tiny looks kind of happy. This guy is just he's living the opposite of the dream.
So Justin's getting a big fat wad of gold, but I don't think they should be using nighttime to farm. Still, I mean, they have the aggressive line and they just don't play aggressively.
Glimpse back onto I'm a Sheep. And there's your Static Storm Kinetic Field. 4DR coming in with the Burrow Strike. They've got the deeps. And I'm a Sheep will take a spill. A nice pickoff for CNB. They're slowly closing this gap here, Merlini. It's only a 2,000 golden experience lead now.
eHug only has 4 kills. I don't understand why they pick these aggressive lineups and don't get kills with it. It's very strange.
I think part of it is because they picked a Luna, so they're feeling like Luna is just going to sit back and carry them into the late game, and they've already done some damage early on with the Night Stalker, so now it's time to sit back and just farm up on
but
the
they
Moon
might as well
Rider,
pick
but
a hero in mid that's going to scale better into the late game, like a Dragon Knight for themselves.
I think that if that's the strategy they're employing here, I'm just guessing, but I think that's okay if they do it later, like maybe closer to that 30-minute mark, but this is still that...
okay. You got to worry about double blinks and potentially BKB out from the 2 strength
This
heroes.
is still that time where Night Stalker really shines. He's strongest nowish, especially with a fresh BKB. They need to get kills, and this is a window of opportunity you don't want to waste. Because CNB have plenty of carry power, and this was ultimately a bit of a single core lineup. You doom the Luna, and then what?
And Taba went in a super greedy build.
Yes, he certainly did. And 2,700, I'm actually rather curious to see what he'll grab next. I don't think he'll go Shadow Blade. That's not very popular on Doom anymore.
Double Shadow Blade threat. I wouldn't mind it.
The double Shadow Blade, you like that?
Yeah, it's nice. You have the old ganking buddies.
But then you've got those value dusts. You get 2 instead of 1.
They're not team fighting though.
BOGO.
It's really nice if eHug aren't team fighting, but if they actually gather up a team fight, then yeah, 2 Shadow Blades is pretty darn useless. But the way the game's going right now, look at how far these people are pushing out. You see Night Stalker almost here. You see Cakes over here. Like they doom, they're dead, and they're just farming out the sides. They're trying to out efficientize CNB because they have slightly worse late game, so they need more gold to compensate for it. And right now the gold lead is very, very small, only 3,000, and that's with 2 on both sides.
Yeah. Now, I just don't know what Jigglebilly's farming for. Like, this window where he was farming a lot, maybe he wanted the BKB before he started fighting. That I can understand, but now, what could he possibly be waiting for?
Scepter gem.
Scepter. Oh my god. He's going to farm up a Scepter and a gem before he wants to fight? That's way too long. By that point, Night Stalker's already starting to fall off a little bit. They will move right into the Roche pit, though, and it will not be scattered out by the Radiant side. CNB do not have any ward coverage around the pit. They did block the Ancients with a Sentry here, but still no vision. So I think this will be an uncontested Roche here at the 20-minute mark. And it's looking good for eHug. They will be able to finish him off.
Easy Roshan.
Yeah, easy Roche, easy life.
Maybe not an easy Roche. Okay, that's easy Roche.
Bat Rider, he blinks back. Luna, the one to grab the Aegis. I actually would have considered giving it to Night Stalker at this point.
Nah, Night Stalker's BKB, dude.
It's too late.
He has BKB, man.
So
Doesn't matter if he dies. They need Luna to get big and fat because she has to compete with the Dragon Knight and the Bat Rider and the Sand King and Bat Rider.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to fight right now. She's still working on her BKB. She's still trying to get hers going on. Night Stalker, you could be diving towers, going hard on their team.
Doesn't matter if he dies, though.
Yeah.
Who cares if Night Stalker dies?
He still does a lot of damage right now, though. Like, right now, he's their big damage dealer.
Well, he's slaying the shit out of creeps.
Luna still isn't really online. Well, yeah. I guess the fundamental problem is they're not really fighting, but... I mean, right now, Jigglebilly is a higher priority target, and that'll change as this game goes on and Luna gets bigger and Night Stalker doesn't, but... Uh-oh, 4DR. He does have a Blink Dagger, so he'll probably
I'd say that Luna's the biggest target, because...
Right, already?
Yeah, if they kill Luna, then they don't have any late game. If they keep killing Luna, like, what's the Night Stalker going to do late game?
Right, well, I'm talking about team fights, not just, like, ganking and stuff.
Oh, I'm talking about team fights now, too.
Yeah.
Well, right. Now that she has the Aegis, no, but...
I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know. This is still that window where Night Stalker can be aggressive, and he's still, like... You got to think about that graph of, okay, when is this hero strongest? And
it's past.
It's like 2 mountains, you know? It's like Night Stalker, and right as he's starting to decline, that's when Luna's starting to come back up. And this is... They're right on that cusp. If he's on the decline, she's on her way up, and I guess either of them could have made use of the Aegis, but...
So the reason could turn that mountain into a plateau.
Yeah. Well... I just see if Jigglebilly had an Aegis right now, like with a double damage rune, he can just go crazy. See the support's going to dive some towers. You know, he can go ham and create some space for Justin.
But he should have been doing that past 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, certainly. I won't
So
disagree.
here
with
we
that.
go. The 5-man push begins. A little bit late because CNB has their double blink daggers now. They do have the BKB up on Zoom, and I don't think that's their ideal pushing window, but Baga will just straight up truck.
Yeah. I'm not sure if
Disruptor.
he even needed to. Or, yeah, he is.
Well, he didn't want to get
Disruptor.
glimpsed back.
Yeah, but still, you can reactionary BKB the glimpse, can't
I
you? Like
agree.
once the thing starts moving, you can BKB halfway through before it transports you.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it was necessary.
yeah, probably could have. Okay, probably could have saved the charge, but that's okay. That's nitpicking a little bit. Oh, now he's wishing he saved it. Nedbone, he grabs him, and follow up from the epicenter will be there with 4DR. Now Doom comes in. Will he throw out the ultimate? Doesn't need it.
Well,
And
that-
they get a counter
It
kill.
certainly would have been more useful for him. to
Yep,
have
should have
the
saved that BKB. Glad I brought it up. And the top tier 2 tower died. So that was not a good trade for eHug. It was a 1-for-1, and they lost their top tower.
King RD and the rest of CNB is just playing it very well, though. They're avoiding fights during nighttime unless they're in a really good position, like 3-on-1 against a Night Stalker, and they're split pushing in the meantime so that eHug can't actually continue to exert their dominance around the map. Whatever.
Assert or exert? We had this discussion earlier.
And I don't know, eHug, they're slowly but surely slipping down behind. They have the Roshan, they have the Aegis, they have the Luna, but it just doesn't feel like their late game is that good.
Did we ever figure out if it's supposed to be assert or exert?
I think it's usually assert.
Assert, like assert yourself into the situation.
Yeah.
So when do you use
Exert's
exert?
like you're exerting a lot of.
Oh, I'm like exerting energy rather than asserting a statement.
We can Google this.
Yeah, it's
We got
tricky.
some downtime.
English is rough.
Exert versus assert. What's the difference between assert and exert? Yahoo Answers always has it right. Assert is to make a claim about something, i.e., I assert that evolution is most likely true, or I believe that evolution is most likely true.
Okay.
Exert is to put forth effort. He was forced to exert himself during that physical fitness test. The scientist exerted himself to find a cure for cancer.
Okay, so what? Basically, exert is more physical. Assert is more like you're asserting like you're trying. It's like a less tangible.
Well, we can also check Merriam-Webster. Exert, to use, strength, ability, etc. I read that as strength agility because I play too much Dota.
We need to start a YouTube series, English with Sayori and Merlini.
Okay, to put oneself into action or to tiring effort.
Fight, breaking out. Justin,
buddy.
he gets caught by the lasso. He gets pulled into no man's land. He's got a BKB, but will he be able to use it? Now the Burrow Strike comes in. Shadow Demon, the first to fall. He does get off the Eclipse. Takes a couple of beams, but that'll proc the Aegis. And it will end unfavorably for eHug. BKB pop for Justin. He made the right call to save it until after the Aegis. And he will make it back. Darkseer gets picked off by the no, Darkseer gets denied by the Mirana.
They have a gem, but they're going to keep chasing. Oh, Justin. Oh, this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah, Justin
Oh,
just gets
no.
obliterated. Around the backside, Baga, he gets hit by Jigglebilly, but they initiate onto him. He gets glimpsed back. The Burrow Strike is on the money, and now Jiggle. He'll be jiggling to the grave, it looks like. Or will he? That Electron Urn charge on once again. A level death, Flame Break back. They've got the damage. 4DR cleans him up. And CNB, they
Dude.
take a hugely convincing team
eHug needs a coach.
They do. I suggested that a few weeks ago on In the Studio, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. my
They
friend.
have the skill. They're just lacking a couple of things, like their decision-making skills. And I don't know if they know what's wrong, but they're farming too much. That's the most apparent thing to me. And well, also Luna kept dying a couple times during the farming phase. She's 0-3-0.
Yep. Yeah.
0-3-0. 0-3-0.
It's unfortunate. See, if they had given the Aegis to Jigglebilly there, maybe. Well, actually,
Jigglebilly should have been more aggressive, and Luna should not have been pushing out towers by herself when there's no one else to back them up. She's been dying a little bit too much. They don't have the better late game. If you don't have better late game, that means you need to get advantage of the mid game. I think that's pretty obvious, but apparently not to eHug because they're like, whatever. We have some team fight, but we're not going to use it.
And they started decently aggressively as well. First
really
night, Jigglebilly came down and he turned that first blood into a turnaround 2-for-1. And I thought that was a sign that, all right, they have some momentum here. Dragonite, he got ganked right after that. They had good rotations, and then it was like that was enough. They're like, oh, guys, we've got a 3,000 gold lead in the first 5 minutes. We won. Just farm it up, and we'll seal the
We
deal.
won, guys.
I mean, that's exactly what it seemed like because they just sat back and
Jigglebilly's getting
farmed.
Maelstrom.
And to be fair, Tavo did the exact right thing. He read that they're, well, or maybe didn't read, but gambled that they wouldn't be super aggressive. And this really greedy build he went for is completely paid off. He's now #1 on net worth. And eHug don't have any farming tools to try and close that gap. No Handamitis. They don't really have a huge, oh, they've got 3 Ancients stacked. Okay, more than I was giving them
I
credit
think
for,
the biggest part is that no one can really do anything versus him in BKB. They can kite him, but they can't actually kill him. He's way too fat.
Yeah. He's tanky, and now
He's going to have AC and 1,000 gold. That is
Yep.
scary.
Yeah, he's transitioning into that hard carry Doom. He has the Alpha Wolf picked up already, so he's critting.
Dude,
He's
what the
got
heck
the
is
aura.
Dragon Knight going for with this Mithril Hammer?
Mjolnir, dude.
Maelstrom? They're going double Mjolnir?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, it's pretty good now. It's pretty viable. Wait, what do you mean double? Who has the other one? Nobody has.
Oh, never mind. I thought they were
yeah.
going to be a double.
Jigglebilly has the Maelstrom.
Okay, never mind. JK.
JK.
JK. Okay,
Even-
let me
even
go back
double-
to exert slash
Double
exert.
Mjolnir is not that bad though.
To put forth S strength, the force exerted sideways. To put oneself into action or tiring effort, won't have to exert himself moving the table. To bring to bear, especially with sustained effort or lasting effort.
Okay, so
Exerted a
strength.
bad influence on his students.
So how about assert? I think it's like it's a matter of tangibility.
Assert, to state something in a strong and definite way, to demand that other people accept or respect something.
Okay, so yeah, assertion is
So I assert that Justin has been absolutely useless this game.
all right. Let's practice. I will exert more effort into making sure I capture all these kills. Starting with this bottom, Justin gets lassoed, pulled into the tower, but they don't have the damage to follow him up. Defensive disruption from Pandago, but DK's come in. He's ready to drop the hammer. Justin pops the ultimate, but BKBs are popped aplenty. Cakes, he gets caught by the Doom ultimate. He's the first to go down. Moonlight Shadow flies. They've got a gem on someone. It's the Bat Rider who's got it. They'll find Pandago. That's a 2-0. Now Justin, he TP's home. I'm a sheep trying to TP out as well. They find those little crannies, and they minimize their losses.
Every
it's a 2-0.
single time that Luna pops her BKB, she has to run, and that's a big problem. When you pop BKB, you're supposed to. That's your like ownage time. That's
Yeah.
your. I'm big and bad. I'm yellow. I will own everybody with my right clicks. And he's like, nope, I'm just peacing out. And that's a real big problem because CNB is just too farm right now. They're even on gold, but they shouldn't be even on gold.
What are you, yellow?
Dyer's
It's like,
bottom
actually,
tower
I
is
am
under
feeling
attack.
rather yellow right now. CNB, they'll take out the bottom tier 1 tower. eHug, they've just lost all their momentum. The graph is even. By the thing, I mean the graph. But it's slowly going in favor of CNB, or even not even that slowly. Now the Assault Cross is up on Doom, and they will just start trucking this tower. Long range arrow hits Tavo from downtown, but
Oh, you know what also didn't happen for them? Shadow Demon and Mirana never actually moved around to get the big kills.
oh, speaking of moving around, Justin, he gets lassoed, force stabbed right into an epicenter burrow strike combo. And Justin, I mean, he was farming pretty far forward. He's like right around here. They set the trap, but ugh,
Yuck.
he can't do anything. 0, 4, and 0. Luna has not been involved in a single kill. There's your Veil Discord out on the Sand King.
Dyer's middle
Uh-oh.
tower
Another
is under
trap in the mid, perhaps. Okay, Doom, he gets silenced up, but it expires. Disruption, Jigglebilly. He pops his BKB now. They're going for King RD. He does not have an Elder Dragon form. Shadow Demon's already fallen. Tavo just in the front lines, trucking people with his BKB. He's feeling yellow, but he's not scared. Cakes, he's managed to pick up a Shiva's Guard, but won't be able to grab anything out of it. Long range arrow hits a creep. And now I think this tier 2 tower will fall. Doesn't have too many hit points
Dyer's
left.
middle tower
And
is
eHug, it's a 5v3 on the field. It's a power play, Merlini.
has fallen.
It's the Pico power play.
They can't do anything. eHug can't.
They cannot do anything.
I also think that Darkseid should have gone for a blink so they have some sort of initiate, but it's just not happening.
That seems to be their biggest problem, to be perfectly honest. The only initiation they have is the Sacred Arrow, and that is just not
Or Night Stalker
reliable.
running in with a BKB.
Yeah, I mean, that's still... That really pales in comparison to a Doom Ultimate or a Flaming Lasso or something on that level.
Or Epicenter,
Yeah.
or Dragon Knight Stun even. Those are way stronger. And they're stealing the Ancient stack. Oh, buddy.
Justin. Oh, Justin. They've just been saving the Lasso for him. It's only a triple stack here, but those unhappy golems.
Only.
Only.
That's a lot of money.
Being facetious.
Dude, Justin is the only number 3
Dude, these
now.
golems are chunky, too. He's got some Murnips going on.
He looks sad.
He looks so sad. I can't believe I never looked at that portrait before. Oh God. He looks kind of like the old.
animated portraits.
He looks like the old Storm Spirit, but with a sadder face and more rock.
He doesn't have the mustache.
He doesn't have the mustache, but similar body type.
So Doom, 3,500 gold now after AC pickup. Dragon Knight Mjolnir, and this is the beginning of the end. I mean, it's been the beginning of the end. It's the middle of the
I
end.
was gonna say this is the end of the end. No, maybe not the end yet, but this is the end. It's another Doors song.
Their laning is good. Everything else is just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, it looked like eHug was going to take a convincing win in the first 6 minutes. I had a lot of faith, but after that, it was just like... After the first 6 minutes, it was like gym class, where you start at the top and just whittle your way down. Uh-oh. El Gato. Mjolnir's on it. Bat Rider can't finish it off. Oh, Super Elgato survives.
Mythical brave little courier.
I never realized that's what Elgato says.
He is brave.
Mythical brave little courier. It's like the brave little toaster.
So here they go, knocking on the front door of eHug's base, and Luna has a Manta, but it's just a Manta BKB HOD Luna. That's it.
Yep, Mjolnir out on Night Stalker. So
They can just run in with Tava with BKB, Doom, and kill the Luna, and then they'll win the fight. That's all.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And then that's barring like Epicenter initiate, Bat Rider initiate, DK just trucking people with Mjolnir. Like they have so many ways to win the fight.
They do. Yep. And Doom, he will have another item shortly. He's got 4,500 gold. Could sell the Midas and grab a Shiva's. What else would be good here? Grab a Basher, whatever he wants. Do some damage.
Basher.
Yeah, you know, bash some people in the face.
You know, get bashed.
Come on, man. He can get whatever he wants. This is his day.
He can do whatever he wants.
10,000
He can get
gold,
Scepter Refresher if he wanted
12,000 experience. What would you like to see on Doom?
to.
Next item.
Heart.
Heart. Oh,
Heart so he
come
can end the
on,
game.
That's so boring. I
It
want to
is
see some
boring.
damage, dude.
It wins games, dude.
It does win games.
They
but
have damage.
I want to see some of these.
DK doesn't.
I want to see a
these.
Dagon. I want to see some phasers.
Well, eHug kind of forced to just chill in the base right now because they can't really move around the map, and they have these GG wards too that are like right outside eHug's base, and they know exactly where they can farm, where eHug is gonna go, and it's nighttime and they're feeling like this. That is not a scary Night Stalker.
Yeah, Justin, he'll move into the Ancients. He clears out the single stack, but DK, he has a Haste Rune, Shadow Blade online. He sees him, and he just... Oh my gosh.
That's just
Moonlight Shadow. He
that's
doesn't have detection.
disgustingly good.
But they just forced out the Moonlight Shadow with a Haste Rune. Wow.
He does so much damage though.
Yeah, that guy just got
I think he got like
juiced.
2 Mjolnir procs, but still.
Yeah.
King RD's Dragonite is much better than the Slark.
That's a fair assessment. Dragonite's a little easier to execute, I think.
Yeah.
He's a pretty straightforward hero.
He's boring to watch, but he's so good. He's such a good hero.
Yeah, he's okay. I don't mind Dragonite. Long-range Dragon Tails and blue dragons. I mean, come on, man. It's like Game of Thrones. Arrow flies off the mark. There's a Glyph available for the Dire side here. They hop forward. They grab on a sheep. That'll be a dead Marauder to start off this fight. Now Cake's coming in, but he gets silenced right away. Doesn't even get to drop the Wall of Replica. He just runs to his death. Pandago now taking right clicks. He dies to the Burrow Strike. Luna manages to get off the Eclipse. Plenty of creeps around. Jigglebilly pops his BKB. Tries to go in onto Baga. He does get that kill, but it'll cost him his life. It's a 1 for 4. Now Rax will fall. Glyph is available. eHug don't even burn it, and I think we're moments from a GG. Jigglebilly taps out. CNB looking fierce over Team eHug.
They are indeed, and that was just. I'm sad for eHug. They have some potential. They just aren't harnessing their true power. I don't have much faith for them. I don't think they can qualify for the summit, unfortunately.
Why are you laughing? I don't think they
sad.
can either. Yeah, I'm so sad that I'm laughing.
I'm sad.
Merlini. Oh, yeah,
I
that
have the
was just
disapproving look. Like you had so much going for you, eHug.
Luna.
Early game.
Justin legit ended that game 0-5-1. 34 minutes he was involved in a single kill. That's just harsh.
And
I
it
mean,
wasn't
I don't
super
know.
power farmed either.
He wasn't. He didn't go Midas. Again, it's like eHug have these drafts and strategies that are all over the place. You pick a nice aggressive lineup. You start off aggressive, then you just sit back in this farming, and then you let a Doom out farm your Luna, who went pretty greedy with Helmet Dominator first, but not full-on greed with the Midas, where she could actually tango with the Doom's farm.
I think the biggest deal was letting the DK farm up in mid and letting the Sanking get his Blink Dagger, because they were so far behind in the early game. They did a good job of blocking the camps, making sure that he couldn't pressure the towers really strongly, and then they just completely just stayed on their side of the map and then just let Dragonite split push, they let Doom split push, they let Sanking farm their Blink Dagger, and what they get in return? A Luna who just BKB'd and ran away every single fight.
Yeah. And to be fair, they did focus Luna a lot. Nedbone, he was 1-0-13 on that Bat Rider. Had a slow start, but he ended up making the plays once the game got underway, and he was responsible for most of those Luna deaths. He saved that lasso just for her, and it worked out well.
Our next game is EG versus CN Bizzle.
So CNB feeling hot over after this win over eHug, but EG, they'll have their work cut out for them.
Will they?
Yes, they will.
I don't know if they will.
Stop trolling me. Yes.
I'm not trolling you. This is a legitimate concern.
You think CNB are going to be
CNB is very hit or
against
miss.
eHug?
Like,
or
couple
against
games-
EG?
Couple
Yeah,
of games they play really well. Couple of games they just like absolutely suck. So
It's still EG though. Even if I think if CNB plays at their 100%
I thought you said
best.
you said EG has their work cut out for them.
No, CNB.
Oh.
I meant to say CNB has their
okay,
work
that's
cut
why
out
I was like,
They'll have their work cut out for them against EG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why are you trying to argue with me about
You
this,
said
man?
you said EG has their work cut out for them. I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's okay, good. We're on the same page. EG are the heavy favorites coming in against CNB, and CNB will have to work hard for their money here if they want to win this one. At Sayori TV, at Merlini Dota, and at Beyond the Summit, guys. Give us some love on Twitter. Tweet at us, and we may tweet back in between the games. Merlini loves to have a little bit of fun on Twitter when he's feeling bored, so keep him company, guys. And we'll be back after another short break here. This one scheduled to start about 30 minutes from now, so another decent break. Then we'll be back for more Summit America coverage powered by Twitch.